Hey everybody, so I'm going live on my YouTube channel, Kay the Reader, so please join us there. Hey, how are you? How many let's see. Um Hey, can y'all hear me?
Greetings.
Okay, so this has been crazy. But you know what? We appreciate all of you so very much for bearing with us. We don't know why IG wouldn't let us be great tonight.
They hating. Simple as that.
So either, people are joining because they saw my story or watched your live, or they've gone to bed and they've given up on us. I don't know.
Hopefully y'all have y'all popcorn and I hope Donna comes back.
I know, right? I'm going to put a note. Let's see. Jersey Film said, "Trust StreamYard connected to Kay's channel," and I told her that's what we're doing. So maybe she'll join. Hey, Summer, Michelle, DL, Nikki, y'all did it! Yay! Shelly 281. Yes, we did it.
Okay. Can you hear me, Kay?
Yeah.
I think we must be in trouble with IG.
Why? What happened?
Because a guy I follow on IG is going live with 2 other people.
But what did we do?
I'm gonna click on it just to make sure everything is good. Let me see.
We haven't done anything.
Yeah. 3 people are going live at the same time.
I mean, like if somebody were to get reported or blocked for reported for something, wouldn't there be a message in IG that says you cannot go live or something?
Yeah, something.
DL says, y'all would not believe what's happening at my house. Currently sitting in the driveway eating chicken wings. Okay. That means some things is going on. And so she's, Yeah, DL said we'd have a notice in our account. I didn't get a note. Neither one of us had any type of notice. So we don't know.
Maybe we should. No, we already are here. I was gonna say maybe we should try again.
I don't know what in the world.
That's what we said, Summer. We were talking about that girl.
Nikki, you're right. Nikki said, Remy, you see the comments?
I don't know. That's not facts. No, it's not him. He would never. He don't even know me.
Oh, you see what Summer said? Y'all was talking about that girl. I listen.
No, it ain't like that. She shouldn't have been draping in Gucci. She shouldn't have came after our bookstagrammers like that.
I mean, I'm just saying. Oh goodness. Well, hopefully word to get around as to where we are tonight. I'm glad that you all stuck with us. It took us over an hour, about an hour and 15 minutes to try to get this live going. And we're here.
We made
it. We made it, thank goodness.
She had her Gucci on while she was reporting you. Yeah. It is what it is.
Oh boy, today has been a day. It has been a day. Good things today, and then some not so good things today. But it's been a day, nevertheless.
Is Donna up here?
Oh, did somebody tell Donna?
I'm gonna message Donna.
Y'all message Donna and tell her she had her popcorn ready and everything. I hope she didn't go to bed. Or go watch somebody else because she was fed up with us. I don't know.
She was tired.
Oh, she said she's here. Hey, Donna.
Oh, there she go. Donna.
Wait a minute, really, Dio? Oh no.
And you
Hmm.
watching us? You got enough power on your phone? You better turn us off.
Well, she's got her car, so she can power
Oh,
her phone through her car. But
Gucci gang.
then you don't want to run up your gas. I mean, right,
Right.
So order some way. May as well, right?
Hmm.
Well, okay, let's go ahead and get started. We've already lost a couple of people. I think tired of us tonight. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I know that there are a lot of people who may not come over from IG, but hopefully they'll see the message that you put, and then I put a message in my story, so maybe they'll come on over. Um, okay, so I'm gonna start off the night with some Black music trivia. June is Black Music Month. Summer says DL have to go back to Puerto Rico for the weekend. Yeah, she just got home. I'm not sure she wants to do that. But anyway, so Black music trivia, here we go. And one good thing is with us streaming like this, we can still see all the comments and everything. And in a better fashion than on IG too, in a way, without they disappear so fast on IG you can hardly keep up with them. Okay. Whew, let's get started. So, which R&B crooner who was most popular in the 70s and 80s was infamously known for his ladies only concerts? And here's a hint. He used to sing with Harold Melvin and the Blue Note.
Teddy Pendergrass.
That's it. You ain't give nobody else a chance.
I know. I want to show y'all I know.
That's
Because, I got to redeem myself from previous sessions. I didn't know who Jeffrey Osborne was, and I didn't know he was Black and everything. So I had to redeem myself.
Well, to be fair to you, Jeffrey Osborne did come out. Most of his popularity was probably in the 70s, 80s time frame. So, you know. Okay, so here's the next one. James.
Oh, people got built by creators got some shade. If he only found those books as fast as he know these artists.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so number 2, we're moving on. James Ambrose Johnson Jr. was best known as the lover of Mary Jane and helped establish the female group by that name. Who is James Ambrose Johnson Jr.? I know they know. I'm waiting to see what they put in the comments. I forgot to tell my cousin where she was looking for me. Let me tell her real quick why everybody's
Nikki Reed says Rick James.
Rick James is the answer.
Built by Creatives also got it right. DL did not know, so did I. T Green said Rick James. Summer said she missed the question.
Oh, okay. The question was James Ambrose Johnson Jr. was best known as a lover of Mary Jane and helped establish a female group by that name. Who was he? That was the question. And the answer is Rick James. I thought the lover of Mary Jane and the group by the same name would be the clue that would help you get that one.
Sorry.
I'm in love with Mary Jane.
I know Rick James, but I didn't know that fact.
Okay. All right. Here's one that I think will be fairly easy. She was known for her duets with her famous father, but held her own with hits like Our Love and This Will Be.
I know that one. Should I say it or wait?
Not yet. But okay. I went to see her in concert
I'm gonna put it in the private chat so you know that I know.
I went to see her in concert before she passed away, and she was fantastic. I wish I could have seen her in her heyday.
You are
Yes,
right. Built by create. Well, Summer got it first. Well, no, Shelly got. Wait a minute.
Summer did. Summer said
Summer did
Natalie.
get close. Those comments went so fast. So.
Yeah, Natalie Cole. Yes. Oh, I loved her. I still pull out her greatest hit CD every once in a while in the car
Mm-hmm.
and listen to it.
Welcome, Coco Chanel.
Hey.
You tell your cousin yet?
I sent her a text. She probably don't want to be. She probably like whatever. We'll see. I'll see if she pops up. Okay. This Barbadian singer has a makeup line, lingerie line,
I know. I know this. I know this.
and a new
Sorry.
baby.
I know this.
Hey, she's here. Hey, Angie. She's here.
I know this. Yeah, Shelly.
Yes.
Riri.
Riri. I love Riri. I do. I love her. Okay. She just received a Bachelor of Science degree from Texas Southern University. Her major was health administration.
I know this too. I think. Is it? Well, I'll wait. I'm gonna type it in the private chat.
Just so I know that you know.
Yeah. Hey, I got it right.
Yes, you
You got it
did.
right, Coco.
Yep. Megan
First,
the Stallion.
Megan D.
Yeah. Think she wants to do something with seniors using that health administration degree that she has.
She
And
gonna
I,
start.
I think I think that's very admirable of her. She wants to use her money and her resources to do something in that space.
She gonna stop singing? I mean, rapping, or she
No,
just?
shoot, the rapping's gonna fund what she's doing. Think
Oh,
about
okay.
it. You know,
Yeah.
she get out there, twerk a little bit, and then she can feed some
Mm.
senior citizens.
Look.
Make sure they get the adequate health care they need. I mean, it's a means to an end. Hey, Connie and Mike. Hey, those are my cousins. So, all right.
Hello, cousins.
This, this Talk Dirty to Me singer is more popular for his TikTok videos than his music nowadays.
I should know this. I should know this. Why am I blanking?
Nikki. Yes, Shelly, it is Jason Derulo. Yes.
That's not who I was thinking, but
What were you thinking?
I don't want to say.
Why?
Y'all gonna judge me.
It's okay. Who'd you think it was?
I was going to nah.
Okay. You can let me know in the private chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know if she's watching, but somebody said this was her theme song the other day. Although this group was formed back in 1974, it saw a resurgence in popularity in the 90s when one of its hit songs was played in a movie about a wedding. Let me repeat. Although this group was formed back in 1974, it saw a resurgence in popularity in the 90s when one of its hit songs was played in a movie about a wedding. Angie, I know you know this as much as we used to listen to this group in that back room at Grandma's house.
Well, that's a specific hint. So no, super specific. So
Y'all know this. Think about it, a movie about a wedding, and the song became popular again after that movie.
can I guess the movie?
Yes.
Is the movie The Best Man?
Yes.
Okay. And can you stand?
No. It's not Can You Stand the Rain.
I haven't seen the best
I'm
man in
asking the
so
name
long.
of the group. The group was formed in 1974. That should be a clue.
Don't nobody know. Uh,
Angie, know. Angie, will you type the answer? I know you know. I know you're sitting there screaming at the computer.
it's a boy group, right, or a male group, right? Or is that going to give it away?
Clues. It was
Yeah,
formed in 1974. Angie got it. Cameo. Thank
Cameo.
you.
Okay.
We used to wear Cameo out in the back room of my grandma's house. We used to play Cameo all the time. So I was like, I know she know. And the song was what, Raymond? Yes, DL
It's
Candy.
like candy.
Summer said, now come on. You know I know all the new edition questions, right? Summer does. She does. Shelly says, never would have guessed that one. Yeah. Cameo, Candy. Okay. Who was the first rap group or duo to win a Grammy? Was it Salt and Pepper, Eric B. and Rakim, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince?
First to win a
Was
Grammy.
it Salt and Pepper, Eric B. and Rakim,
Mhm.
DJ Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince? First Grammy for rap. Summer got it. It was
Correct.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, who said, now, if y'all been paying attention to my page, y'all know the answer to this one. Who said, as the rhythm's designed to bounce what counts is that the rhyme's designed to fill your mind. Now that you realize the prize arrived, you got to pump the stuff to make you tough. From the hardest to start a work about true revolutionize, make a change, nothing strange. People, we are the same. No, we're not the same because we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. You can't get careless. You say, what is this? My beloved, let's get down to business. Mental self-defensive fitness. Bum rush to show you got to go for what you know to make everybody see in order to fight the powers that be. Who said that?
Can I say it?
DL said, I don't know. No, you can't, Raymond.
Darn.
Yes, T Green, although it wasn't Truck G.
It
I
was
know that's
Chuck
a
D.
typo. I know it's a typo. It was Chuck D. Yes. 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 PE. Right, Angie. Public enemy. Yes. Yes. Everybody got it. Yep. 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 Um, this one might public enemy. This one might be
The supermarket. Okay.
this one. This one might be a little tough, but no, might be a little tough, but at least I'll give you multiple choice. Okay. Which old school rapper said, don't just sit there, bust a move? Was it Special Ed, Young MC, or Dougie Fresh? Do you
Say it
know
again.
that song, Raymond?
Say it again. I was typing.
Okay. Which old school rapper said, don't just sit there, bust a move? Was it Special Ed, Young MC, or Dougie Fresh?
I don't know that.
If you want it,
Oh, I know
you
that.
got it. Yes, T Green. It was Young MC and Nikki and Salter, EA and Angie Summer. Yep. Yep. Young MC. Okay. These names are too easy. I'm not gonna do those. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm flipping my page the wrong way.
Ellie said, "Child, I completely skipped the early rap era." Me too.
Okay. These are not trivia questions, but I was just sitting there the other night as I was thinking of Black Music Month, and I said, Candy was such a standout song back when I was in high school. The song came out my sophomore year, 85, 86. So I thought of other songs that I could put together like a little playlist of 85, 86. And this is the playlist. And I don't have Spotify anymore, so no, this is not on Spotify or anything like that. It's just on this paper. Candy by Cameo. I Wonder If I Take You Home by Lisa and Colt Jam. Sweet and Sexy Thing by Rick James. You Should Be Mine, the Woo 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 song by who, Raymond?
What? I wasn't listening. What'd you say? Say it again.
I said, You Should Be Mine, the Woo 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 song by who? The
Woo 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 song.
Who is that by, Raymond? We were just
Jeffrey Osborne. Oh, woo woo woo. Yeah, that song. Yeah.
I know you heard that enough this week. I was like, you better not get that wrong. Okay. Slow Down by Loose Ends. Kiss by Prince. What Have You Done For Me Lately by Janet Jackson. Rumors by Timex Social Club. Saturday Love by Sherelle and Alexander O'Neill. This one's for you, Summer. A Little Bit of Love by New Edition, our group. Jealousy by Club Nouveau. And Temporary Love Thing by Full Force. Juicy. I don't know if I had Juicy on there, Nikki, but I think. Okay, Angie says, name the song and let us tell you the artist. You have an unfair advantage, Angie, because we listened to all the same songs together growing up. But maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that on another live. But here we go. Let me gauge y'all, see where your heads are at.
Where they at? Where they at?
You get a red ticket, a blue ticket, or a green ticket, right? And these are the people. This is for concerts you can go to. So if you get the red ticket, and some already know your answer, but you get the red ticket, you get to see New Edition and Usher.
Mm.
You get the blue ticket, you get to see Keith Sweat and Silk.
Mm.
You get the green ticket, you get to see Chris Brown and B2K. Which concert you going to? Red ticket is New Edition and Usher. The blue ticket is Keith Sweat and Silk. And the green ticket is Chris Brown and B2K. Where you going?
I will have to pick the red ticket, even though I do not care for Usher.
You don't like Usher?
No.
Oh, why not?
2 reasons.
Okay.
One is because Usher's last name is my first name.
And that's a reason to not like him?
Well, the second.
Well, my name is Karen. My name is Karen. You talking about you don't like Usher because his last name is yours?
Look, I don't like. That's not the reason I don't like. I don't like him because of him, but the addition of his last name being my first name, I'm like, that just makes it worse, right? I never liked his songs. He doesn't. Really? His dancing is like, it's all right, whatever.
Right. So DL said he's not a big fan either.
Yeah, it was like that was always my issue with him. And then when I found out what his full name was, I'm like, your last name has to be Raymond, really?
Alicia is telling us that he puts on a great show. I bet he does, Alicia. So we have several people who are going to see New Edition. I didn't say anybody's saying they're going to see Keith Sweat or Silk. So, and Shelly said, seriously, Nice and Slow was one of the best songs ever made. Salterier says, yeah, Usher shows are great. Devania says he is a great performer. Y'all have not changed Raymond's mind.
You haven't. I mean, all y'all's statements are valid. It's just, I don't care for him. He ain't for me. He for y'all.
DL says she only likes one Keith Sweat song. Which one, DL? Okay. Salter EA says Usher has 30 years of hits, but I'm definitely not going to miss Twisted and Meeting in my bedroom. Oh, okay, so you're going to the Keith Sweat show. Okay. Summer says saw New Edition twice, going to see them at least once more this year. I know, Summer. You are their biggest fan. If y'all didn't know, Summer is New Edition's biggest fan. I want her. Yeah, I like that one too. But you don't like there's a right and a wrong. Well, there's a line in there that maybe, you may be young, but you're ready. But you're ready. Forget that line.
What?
In the right or wrong way. I love that song, but he's got that line, you may be young, but you're ready. I try to, in my mind, justify about maybe he meant 21. Deal. I'm just playing. Okay. I'll be
Summer
happy.
said, nah, there are much bigger fans than me.
Really? I don't know, Summer. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I loved that song DL, but it's so problematic now at this age. When I listen to it, I'm like, maybe he was talking about a woman that was 21 years old. Keith, please. Okay. Anyway, we're moving on. Nikki said 18. I was at least trying to make her drinking age. Anywho, okay. Red ticket, blue ticket, green ticket. The red ticket is Janet Jackson and Missy Elliott. The blue ticket is Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. The green ticket is Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Where you going?
That's a tough one.
So again, red, Janet and Missy. Blue, Jill and Erykah. Green, Megan and Cardi. We're seeing a lot of blues popping up.
Say the first.
She said, like R. Kelly said, how young we talk. We not talking about no minors. We definitely ain't talking about no minors. No. Blue, blue, blue. So we have a red. Most people are going to see Erykah and Jill.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm leaning to too.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, so speaking of my cousin Angie, we went to see Janet Jackson and Usher in concert. Fantastic. Janet was fantastic. And that was, I don't even know how many years ago. But she was amazing. Usher was good too. But that was before he had all the
His
hits that
scandals.
he has now.
All these scandals. Get
We're not going to talk about his scandals.
We can.
Didn't we talk about enough scandal this week?
No, we can talk more. You can't find us over here.
We can't even get on live on IG.
She over there messing us up, dripping in Gucci. Draping in Gucci.
Okay, so Summer says not tough if you've ever seen Erykah Badu in concert. I haven't. Angie says Jill Scott is the business. Salter EA, Janet Jackson has this crazy performance for Would You Mind, but still blue for me. Okay, Shelly is saying, I just wish Janet would sing live one good time. Dio says, I want to see dancing and hear old school rap. Yeah. Nikki said, I saw Janet when she did the Rhythm Nation tour. Oh, I bet that was good. The one that we saw was it Velvet Rope? Whichever album Go Deep was on, I can't remember. Scandals got y'all in trouble already. That's right.
I rebuke that. We didn't get in trouble for that. No, it ain't like that.
Red ticket, blue ticket, green ticket. Red ticket is Mary J. Blige and Little Kim. Mm-hmm. The blue ticket is Mariah and the Brat. Ugh. The green.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The green ticket is Nicki and Beyonce.
Nicki Minaj.
Mhm. The red ticket is Mary J. Blige, Lil Kim. The blue ticket is Mariah and Debrat. And the green ticket is Beyonce and Nicki. Raymond, what was that about?
I don't care for Mariah Carey, so that's my
Really?
truth. Um, these are tough, K, because these pairings, I like one, but I can't stand the other person.
You can go to the bathroom while they're performing. I don't know what to tell you.
I had to take what was red again?
Red is Mary J. Blige and Lil Kim.
I
Blue,
do red.
okay,
That'll be my red.
okay.
I don't have any issues with Lil Kim or Mary J.
DL said, can I sit in the car?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like Mary J. Blige,
come
so
on. It's
I
a
think
free ticket. You have to see somebody. She said, I'd see Mary, I guess. Okay. Okay. Here's here's the last one.
Devontae said I might have to come late or leave early.
Donna said, I don't want any tickets.
Oh, so what I said that's not even that's worse than what I said. Wow.
Okay. Whew. Okay, last one. Okay. Red ticket, blue ticket. There isn't a green one in this time. Or I can make up one off the top of my head real quick. Um, I don't know. Okay, so red ticket is Rick James and Marvin Gaye. The blue ticket is Gerald Levert and Luther Vandross.
I got a green ticket for you.
The green ticket is
It's Lauryn Hill and Usher.
ain't nobody going to that.
Excuse me, Lauren. Oh, sorry. Let's switch Usher out for Lauryn Hill and uh the Black Eyed Peas.
Okay, so red ticket, Rick James and Marvin Gaye. Blue ticket is Gerald Levert and Luther Vandross. And the green ticket is who? Lauren Hill, the
Lauryn
Black
Hill
Eyed
and the
Peas.
Black Eyed Peas. Thank you, Shelly. That's who I wanted to see who was the first person going to say. Lauryn Hill wouldn't show up, and that's why the Black Eyed Peas would just be saying, "I got a feeling."
Oh, Salter EA says Lauren Hill and R. Kelly because you ain't seeing that show. Okay, so a lot of people saying Lauren ain't showing up. People are saying blue ticket, blue ticket. They want to see Gerald Levert and Luther.
DL said so. Just Black
Angie
Eyed
said
Peas.
going back to Mary and Little Kim, Angie said she'll arrive late after Kim is done. But Angie, they have to do I Can Love You together. Angie said green because the others are dead. Don't want to see ghosts.
Oh, they could be holograms.
Devonia says, what about Marsha Ambrosia and Indy Iree? I didn't write them down for this one, but yeah, they could be an orange ticket. I'm assuming that's who you would go and see. Okay, so
Oh,
that was some fun trivia tonight.
Shelly had a good question.
What was the question?
We should play this shady little game with authors.
Y'all can go ahead.
I don't know how you could do that though, because it's like, I mean, I guess you're focusing on their catalog, not them as a person, because we don't really.
It would be hard. It would be hard for me. So Raymond, I had written down a little agenda. I know it's late. It's a lot later than we thought it was going to be at this time. But something that was said in Dee Dee's live tonight, I mean, today made me think about this particular topic when it comes to books. Salterier says these authors be bum rushing folks on social media.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to go there, but we
I
know what
will.
you're talking
No
about.
shame. No shame at all.
I mean,
You gonna tell
I
somebody
told
they
Raymond today I didn't want to talk about that person anymore.
how you gonna tell somebody they didn't read your book? Anyway, go ahead. What's your topic?
Draped in Gucci. My topic was just thinking about that live today when there was something mentioned about predictability in a book. Personally, for me, I don't mind a little predictability in a book. It's the journey the author takes me on to get to that point. Like if I know the couple's going to end up together, that's fine. I don't mind knowing that.
Okay.
But it's the journey, it's the writing, it's the twists and turns, it's the plot, it's the angst the characters go through. That means a lot more to me than the book being predictable. So I want to know, how do you feel about that?
So when we say predictability, we're kind of talking about, I'm assuming, just fiction books, right?
Yeah, because I guess in nonfiction you already know a lot of what has happened, what's occurred, right?
Depends.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think for like, at least for me, for nonfiction, if it's a certain historical figure, then or a specific historical figure, then yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's always something new that somebody discovered that I didn't know. So in a sense, it's similar to, especially if it's a figure that's not living, right? So the ending's gonna be that they died, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of in a similar way, yeah, you don't really know the journey of their life and all the things that they did. Um, like the one book I like to talk about on live is that Polly Murray book that I read about 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That of somebody who I had never heard of at all, right? So that would be my equivalent to the journey part. Um,
Yeah.
actually learning about who this person is, their background, and all of that. So.
Because in nonfiction, a lot of times the books that we read, we know the person's dead when we pick it up, usually, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of things that you may not, like you said, you may not know anything about their lives,
Mhm.
or a lot of a lot of the details about
Mhm.
what they went through.
Right.
So Nikki Reese says, "Shoot, we would still be on IG." You're right. You you know at IG we be on there all night. DL says we can't sign off until she gets in the house. DL, we will make sure that you are safe. Shelly says, I agree. I appreciate the journey more than a surprise ending. And Nikki says, I enjoy the character growth that takes you to that point. Yeah, me too. So I'll still read it even if it's predictable.
But
It,
I
I
was
was
gonna.
going to say I read a lot of mysteries and thrillers, and so
Say,
you a lot of those are predictable. It's the same formula being
yeah,
used over and over.
I think for me, for fiction, um, I have an issue with psychological thrillers. I feel I may have talked about
Really?
this before. Yeah,
Why?
I have read a handful. I wouldn't say a lot,
Mhm.
right? I've read maybe about the big ones that came out in the last decade or so, like
I'm
um,
cold.
oh, you cold?
I'm sitting near the air vent. I am thankful to have air. Let me, you know. But go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep
So
talking to the people, and I'm gonna get a sweater or something.
I read a Woman in the Window.
Uh-huh.
Um, what's that other book? Not Girl on a Train, because I watched the movie of that. Um, Behind Her Eyes is another book. Before I Go to Sleep. All of them tend to have like a female character, and there's some psychological whatever. and always the premise or the synopsis of the book kind of gets me. And uh, I I just said that book. My bad. Those books always are appealing to me, and I get very addicted to the storyline. No, I did not watch Behind Her Eyes. Well, I watched the first episode of Behind Her Eyes, but I couldn't keep watching that because the British accent was a little much, and
Mm,
I hated that book. I
mm.
gave it two. Well, I shouldn't say hate it. I gave it 2 stars. And if you have read the book, I won't spoil it for people who want to read it. The only good thing about that book was it was very addicting, like page turner. The ending was it was definitely not predictable at all. There's no way anybody in this earth could have predicted how that book ended. And that was the whole selling point about the book was they kept saying that the ending's gonna get you, the ending's gonna get you. It did, but I didn't like the ending.
Mm.
So
He's talking about Behind Her Eyes, DL.
by Sarah Pinborough, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, so I had not read the book. I didn't know anything about the book. I
Mhm.
watched on Netflix and I was like, oh man, this is a series. And then on top of that, when I got to the end, I was like, I watched this whole thing for that.
I'm gonna have to check with you to see because I didn't. I wanted to see how they did it, and compare it to the book. But I was like, I didn't care for the book that much at the end, so I'm gonna have to check with you to see if it was the same way.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't read the book because, yeah, that's probably one I would have thrown. So you don't like an unpredictable ending, or is it because it was far fetched?
It was far fetched. Um, like why was my reaction? Like, what you mean? This is how this happened.
Hmm.
Um, it wasn't plausible. Not that it should have been, but um, it was out of this little out of this world sort of ending. Um,
Yeah.
but like I said, she told that story up to the point. I was like, oh yeah, this is getting good. But yeah, but I think for me, like, I don't know if psychological thrillers are not my genre because I feel like even certain books that I really like The Trees, which was really good. I felt like that ending was. I wish there was more to the ending,
Mm,
but the book as a whole, held up. I felt so. I don't
yeah.
know.
So DL said, like, the killer ends up being a person nobody talked about in the movie ever. Right.
Right.
Tish said that she enjoyed the book. Shelley says maybe it could have been marketed as a speculative fiction fantasy rather than a thriller. Maybe so.
Maybe so,
Now
but
there
why did
is.
they? Well, they waited to do the speculative stuff to the very end, so
Mm,
maybe that's why they couldn't do that. But
to me, and to me, thriller means something. Um, well, how do I put this? I'm not trying to put down the particular author because I know a lot of people read this author and they love this author. But there was a particular book a couple of years ago touted as a thriller, and everyone said how much they loved it. And so I'm like, oh, I want to jump on and read that book. So I started reading the book and I said, okay, where's the thriller part in the book? Because for me, a thriller is a book where you're introduced very quickly to the characters. You're also introduced very quickly to the problem they need to solve. There's some type of danger, there's some type of problem that needs to be solved, and you find that out very quickly. Those chapters are usually short in a thriller.
mhm.
It's very fast paced. The action is very fast paced. You're in every other chapter. There should be some type of new problem that the characters need to solve. There needs to be some angst. There needs to be some danger.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was going through this book, I think I actually was listening to it. I was thinking, this isn't a thriller. I think the book was mislabeled. It may have been a suspenseful tale,
Mm-hmm.
may have been a mystery, but in my mind, it wasn't a thriller, and therefore I couldn't finish it. And I had to ask myself, is it because I was disappointed that it didn't live up to the thriller expectations that I had?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it because the book just wasn't my taste? Oh, I won't say that it wasn't good, but I was disappointed because they said this is a thriller, but I found it wasn't a thriller. And so I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it. So maybe if a book is mislabeled and you have a certain perception or expectation of what it should or what it's going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel disappointed or let down, that could be a reason sometimes to not like a book. Like with that one, like she was saying, if they had labeled it something different going in, you might have had a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Maybe, right.
But with this particular book that I'm talking about, I was like, thriller? Ain't nothing happened. I'm on the third chapter. Where's the, you know? Okay. DL says a good thriller should have breadcrumbs to lead you along, and the twist should be a surprise to make sense. And Shelly says, I agree. DL says the locksmith is here. Be right back. Okay, I'm so happy, DL. I wanted to make sure you get in the house. Would you mind saying the book, or is that too risky in these bookish streets? I'm not going to say the book out loud. Raymond, I'll let you know. But I'm not going to say it out loud out here in these bookish streets so y'all can jump on me. Readers got to read says, I learned at a workshop that thrillers are what is happening, mysteries are what happened, and suspense is what could happen. Thank you. Thank you. That is a very simple and clear way to put it. Thank you. And I love a good thriller. I love the anxiety of it all. You know, mystery, there's something that needs to be solved and figured out, but a thriller is like, okay, page 1, we meet the characters, there's a problem. Page 2, there's still a problem, and it just goes along so quickly. My opinion. Whew, chilly. Oh, I'm telling Raymond what it is. I think this is the name of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
So, what do you all think about predictability in a book? How do you feel now with the romance? For those of you who are romance readers, pretty much you know that you're going to have a happily ever after in a romance. So I'm thinking that that is part of the draw to a romance novel. So I get Summer says love predictable books. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
I was gonna say that's kind of like people that watch the Hallmark Channel, right? Like Hallmark movies and TV shows tend to, well, at least the movies tend to be similar, predictable storylines with those.
Christmas movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost every Christmas movie is a woman who has a great career in a big city. She gets a letter or a phone call or something happens. She has to go back home to the small town. She runs into either one of two guys. It's either the guy that she grew up with and they were friends, or they were enemies.
Yeah.
Or it's the new guy in town who's a single father.
Uh-huh. And his wife died.
His wife died. Yes.
Yeah.
They don't immediately like each other.
Right.
That's that guy, the single father. They don't
Right.
immediately like each other.
Yeah.
Or the new guy. The old guy that used to be her friend is
Mm,
like they were always friends. They always loved each other, but they never told each other.
right. Or he was like ugly and then he became a hunk later on or
Yeah,
something.
or she was the ugly duckling and became beautiful when she went to the big city, and then she comes
Yeah.
home and she's beautiful.
Right. Right.
There's always some type of Christmas parade or Christmas play, Christmas pageant, Christmas concert,
Yeah.
or somebody's business is getting ready to be closed down
Hmm.
because they can't pay the bills. There's always something
There's some
like that.
Grinch figure. There's some Grinch figure in the story too. That's going to bring the town together because they're,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we have to figure out how are they going to write this and make it different from everyone else's movie,
Right. Right.
but maintaining the same formula in order to please the audience like Summer. You got to give Summer that happy ending, and it's got to be predictable, but what journey are you going to take those characters through to get to that point?
Summer said, "Hero is secretly rich and helps either dogs, kids, or old people."
That is so true. Alicia said, we forgot the ex boyfriend. They still think about 15 years later. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's a
You're
good point.
right. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah, but you know what though? We'll sit and watch those movies
Right.
with
And then
with with a bowl of popcorn.
And then the old boyfriend that Alicia mentioned sees the new guy, and then they happen to get into a fight.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Or the miscommunication where he sees her talking to the guy and think, oh, that's who she wants. So I'm gonna
Mm,
bow out.
right. And then
Yeah.
they start
Mm-hmm.
ghosting, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's no black characters except maybe one or two. That tends to be an older person who imparts some wisdom about, you just need to go with your heart.
Just always and they might be either the person who works in the store,
Hmm.
um, there might be a baker or somebody like that,
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Mr. John or
Right.
somebody like that.
The magical Negro character that we all know too well.
Uh-huh. That for some reason disappears right
Right.
before Christmas.
Right. There's some mythical being. They're secretly Santa Claus.
Oh, the argument in the third act. Yes.
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
got to throw that in. And Summer says not a huge fan of the third act breakup. Nikki says, no, I want them to write one that where she says, forget this and goes back to the big city and live a poly life.
Wow.
That's very specific.
That's definitely unpredictable.
Yes, good ideas. Good idea. But it's always that same way. But I know it has to be. It must be hard picking out the script because they all look so similar.
Right.
How does the executive producer or whoever decides to do the movie? How do they pick the TV show? How do they pick one out of the 500 that are all the same?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I like I said, I think it's okay if something's predictable, but make it interesting and predictable.
Of course.
Make it exciting and predictable.
Yeah.
Do that for us at least,
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I think most of us here in the chat and on the live have read Yellow Wife.
I have.
So
I know Summer has.
Yes, bless her heart for summer. Um, did you feel the ending was predictable?
It was not predictable.
What did you all think in the chat? And then I'll give my little opinion.
I'll say what I said on the BRC live while we're waiting. I wouldn't have done what she did.
Mm.
I would have left somebody. I would have left somebody where they needed to stay, and I would have ran off.
Look at Summer's like this. Summer.
She did the Roman Emperor thumbs down. Finish him.
Nikki said she cried. Oh. Alicia says no, could have gone several different ways. I did not think that ending was predictable. I thought no, I didn't think it was. Lex Reed says, I like the ending. I got closure. I wish that she could at least be with her son, but I still loved it. Yeah. And then there was something else that I'm transitioning here to another topic, but you all could still put your feelings about that. Shelley says, I was okay with the choices she made, but the fact that she survived it was unrealistic. Okay. So I was thinking today about also, when we were talking about the long books on Dee Dee's Live today,
Yes.
and everybody's talking about the 800-page books, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I went to pull a book that I thought had more pages than it did.
Mm-hmm.
And it was The Son of Mr. Suleiman by Eric Jerome Dickey. And that is a book club read, I think for December.
Okay.
So I said, it doesn't have as many pages as I thought. And then I said, we're going to read another Eric Jerome Dickey. We read that whole series. I forgot the man's name. Gideon, the whole Gideon series that he wrote. And I think that's one of the reasons I stopped reading a lot of his books after we finished all the books in that series. I was like, okay, I got to take a break from Eric Jerome Dickey. But when I was at the store Saturday, I found one of his books and I bought it. And it's because, I will miss his voice in literature, So I wanted to ask you all, are there certain authors whose voices you miss in literature? I'll tell you one whose birthday I think is tomorrow, and I think a lot of y'all know who I'm going to talk about. That's my man, Elin Harris. I miss his voice. Let me see. I think his birthday's tomorrow. I'm going to look and see. Raymond, are you looking it up?
No, it's on the 20th.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I don't know why I was thinking it was June 11th. Anyway, so I miss his voice in literature. Have you read any of his books, Raymond?
I have not.
He was such a good writer, and he introduced a lot of us to the whole LGBTQ community. He taught some lessons. And his books made me start asking questions, being single and dating. His books made me start asking people questions. Nikki says, I knew it was going to end up how I wanted. I think she's talking about Yellow Wife. Alicia says, I miss Frances Ray. I enjoyed her romances. Yeah, I think I have one or two of her books. Nikki says, Elin made me view things in a different way, completely different way. It really did. It let me know that I need to know who, as much as they will allow you to know who it is that you're dating.
Mm.
You really need to ask questions. I mean, it's only fair. I think, you don't want people to hide who they are. I would rather have someone come out and say that they're bisexual or that they're gay instead of playing to be straight and playing with my feelings. Don't do that.
Right.
You know. Um, I also miss BB Moore Campbell. Oh, she was really good. Have you ever read her, Raymond?
I have not.
Okay. She had some really good books back in the day. What Your Blues Ain't Like Mine. I'm trying to think. Big Girl, no, Your Blues Ain't Like Mine was BB Moore Campbell. Oh, was it Singing in the Church on Sunday? I can't remember. 72-Hour Hold. Um, I'm just thinking off the top of my head some of the stuff that she wrote. But yeah, I miss her voice. So Raymond, do you know who her daughter is? Maya Campbell. Did you ever see the sitcom In the House with LL Cool J?
I probably seen an episode, but not enough to
Okay.
you
Well,
know.
her daughter's an actress who played in that show. Very beautiful young girl,
Mhm,
but she had some mental and behavioral health issues. And
mhm,
so BB Moore Campbell wrote a book called 72-Hour Hold, where she kind of described what that was like as a mother,
mm,
having a child who was bipolar and having issues and how to deal with it.
mm.
Um, Very good book, very sad, sad story. But yeah, that is her daughter. And the very unfortunate thing is that, as of the last, I don't know how many years, she's been in the media because of some substance abuse issues and other issues. And it's just really sad that her mother's not here, because I think her life would have been very different had her mother still been here.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, Nikki. Yeah, she wrote 72-Hour Hold based on her. Yeah. So I miss her voice. I miss J. California Cooper. Have you read her yet, Raymond?
I have not.
Oh, I got to think of one for you to read. Um, they're all good. Family, because that one's not that long, and it's good. It's a sad story, but it's a very good one. So you need to. I cannot believe you had not read J. California Cooper.
Sorry, I haven't.
Or are there any authors that you miss their voice
Yes, John Grisham.
because he changed his writing style?
He did. He's not the same author that he was in the '90s.
No, he's not.
Um, let's see, who else do I miss? I would say, although I haven't finished her catalog yet, and
Hmm.
obviously, she can't still be alive because she left a while ago. But my girl Zora Neale Hurston,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, I guess it's like, so when I read her You Don't Know Us Negroes book that came out this year, right?
Hmm.
It was so interesting to because that's one of her fewer, that's one of her few nonfiction works, right? Well, technically, this is just a compilation of essays that she didn't actually put together. Some people put it together. But
Yeah.
anyway, it was just interesting hearing your writing on nonfiction subjects and current stuff at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and there were times where I was like, okay, I agree with her on stuff. There were
Yeah.
times where I was just like, ugh. Like there was some stuff where I'm just like, I could see her where, maybe on some political stuff, I would probably disagree. Where I disagree with her on some things back then, and I could see where she would align herself today on some things.
Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Thinking
Yeah,
about like Zora, Richard Wright, what would their
mhm,
writing be like today
yeah.
in this climate?
And
You
I feel
know.
like there was an essay that I read from that book where I said, Zora, you giving me all lives matter vibes.
Ooh.
It was just one little thing. So maybe that wasn't what she meant, but that's the impression that I got from reading something.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, and I was like, ugh.
Oh, and Teresa said James Baldwin too. Honey, yes. I wish we could. I wish. I can't read. Shelley says, I would have liked more from Octavia Butler, and I wish I could have met her. Raymond. Guess what, Shelley? Raymond recently read Parable of the Sower. Wait,
You want me to say something? I don't want Shelly to be mad at me, but it was all right.
yay, DL's in the house. Yes. Yes. I'm so glad that you are safe, DL.
Yes,
Um,
me too, yeah. What book you talking about, Pat?
Pat, which book? What's the name of that book? I don't
Which
know which one you're talking about.
The Zora book,
Oh,
or
maybe the Zora book. Yeah.
well, if it was the Zora book, is You Don't Know Us Negroes. It came out in January of this year.
Yeah, Raymond didn't like it. And
I gave it 3 stars, so it was all right.
oh,
It's
well,
just,
if you gave it 3 stars, then that's good.
yeah, I didn't give it 2. I didn't hate it. It was all right.
It just wasn't for you, right?
Yeah.
I actually like that one better than I like the second one. So, you know, the second one was okay to me, but I like the first one better. And the good thing is that we're all not gonna like the same things.
Right.
Yeah. Did you read?
Ah, wait a minute. Half of your comment is correct. I still have it. I still have it. I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Oh, he said yes.
I will put it in a little free library for someone else.
Salter EA says we were just talking about In the House, the show, full circle moment. Yes, DL is in the house. um, did you? Oh, so you haven't read Kindred yet?
I haven't, but I want to.
I think you will like Kindred. It's different. It's very different from the parable. So I think that you will like that one.
Yeah. And the reason why the reason why I read Parable of Soul is because that was our book club pick for
Mhm.
Black Men Read in March, I think. I think it was March. Yeah, March. And wait a minute, LOL. Wow, I'm glad to see that. Maybe one day in the future, when there's nothing left to read, you'll give it another shot. What you mean? I ain't gonna. No, that's okay. No, no, I got some nonfiction. I'm good. Um, what I was gonna say was, oh, so we had the theme of that month was sci-fi,
Mhm.
and so we had multiple options, And Kendrick was one of them. So Kendrick was actually a close second. I don't know how far off, but and I can't remember I think N.K. Jemisin may have been up there for something. And who else? They were all
Now,
black authors, black sci-fi authors. So I
I'll
can't.
be transparent. I tried N.K. Jemisin and couldn't read. And it's because I'm not into that genre. It's just not for me, you know. Now I'm sure her books are very good, but I just could not get through because I was like, this really isn't for me.
Everybody is making me want to get Kendrick right now. So thank y'all. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not opposed to Octavia Butler. I just think Parable of Soul wasn't for me.
I think 3 stars is a good rating.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think when you get into the twos and the ones, you
Yeah.
know. Shelly's asking which NK did you read? I have no idea. All I know is one of her books. I started it and I said, okay, this isn't for me.
Was it the 5th season?
I don't know what it was. I can't remember. I can't remember. And for me, I'm a
It
mood
really
reader.
wasn't good because you forgot the name.
And I'm a mood reader too. So it could be that I just wasn't in the mood for it.
I'll be right back.
Okay. There are times where, you pick up a book, you're excited about reading it, especially if it's a new to you author. Everyone is hyped up and everyone says they love the book. And you pick it up and you start reading, you're like, I'm waiting for it to get good. I'm waiting for what everybody was talking about. And the book just may not be for you. It's just like, okay, y'all know, for those of you who follow me on IG or even here on my YouTube channel, y'all can subscribe while y'all here too. I ain't updated it in a long time, but don't let that stop you. I'll update it again one day. um, but what book was it? Oh, I done lost my doggone train of thought. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I like mess. I like mess in the book. I like flawed characters. I like a little, they could be over the top, they could be exaggerated, they could be the characters everybody loves to hate. And I would end up liking that book. Like Mrs. Wiggins by Mary Monroe. I loved it. There were people who couldn't stand that book. They gave it 2 stars. They said it wasn't for them. It was dry. They couldn't see what everybody liked about it. And you know what? It's okay for us to not like the same things.
Amen.
There's no problem with that. You know, the second book, Empty Vows, I tried my best, but I was not a fan of that second book. Now she may come back with the third one and it could be even better than the first two. I don't know. And I'm still a Mary Monroe stan, but Empty Vows just didn't hit for me.
See, at least you give her another shot. I can't do the same with John Grisham. Him and I, we on the outs. But DL is back.
Completely? Y'all done fell out completely?
We fell out. Man, I'm done.
Mm.
But Jersey Film, I wanted to highlight her comment. Jersey Film said, Raymond, I hated Parable of the Sower and I love Octavia E. Butler.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. I'm sorry.
I read the Patternist series. She was in her bag.
Yeah, I like this from Teresa. Yep. If we all like the same thing, life would be boring. You're right. And I even love it in my book club. I love that we don't all like the same things because the book club meetings would be boring if we were all sitting there going, yes, that was so good. Yes, I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was exciting. That there have been books that we've all loved, but even within that, we all find points to disagree on, certain things about the story. But yeah, I love the fact I love the books, my book club picks, where half of the group hates the book, the other half loves the book. In that discussion back and forth, I love it. I love it. Nikki says there's so many books I probably would have never picked up if it wasn't for my book club and I 100% agree with that. There are books I never would have read if it hadn't been for my book club. Because I wouldn't have walked into a bookstore or the library and have been drawn to those books.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm reading a book for book club right now. I don't care for it one bit.
What is it, Remy? Can you tell us?
Oh, I ain't scared. Um, so so our book club is reading Powernomics by Claude Anderson. You familiar with it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't sound interesting.
The
The
nat
title just doesn't. I'm not even drawn to the title.
Powernomics, which is a mashup of the word power and economics.
See, right there.
The
Economic.
subtitle the subtitle is the National Plan to Empower Black America.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Mm-mm.
it's it's readable. I just don't necessarily agree with some of the things that are in the book.
Mm.
And
You don't agree with some of the philosophies in the book.
yeah, and there's a certain type of black male that reads this book. Some of y'all may know them as hoteps. Uh, not all. I won't say every. I wouldn't say everybody, but there have been hoteps that love that book, and
Oh, that's a red flag for me.
yeah, and so we have had people that really want to read this book in our club so
Mm.
much. But here's the thing. See, this is the thing. Here's the thing, Kay.
Break it down, Raymond. Break it down.
I don't go to book club to read books that I have already read.
Right?
So
Mm-hmm.
why do we have people who want to read books that they already read to bring to the club? I'm just like, I don't want to
Well,
read books.
okay. You know what? I'm going to say something. I have done that before,
Yeah.
but it had to have been a book that I read a long time ago. Not one that I just finished.
Yeah,
If it
that's
was
different.
5, 10
Yeah.
years old, and I'm like, yeah, I want to revisit that book. I'm going to see if my book club wants to read it. But see, my book club votes on what we read. And
Yeah.
so a lot of times people be like, we ain't reading that book. Oh, okay, well, fine, But yeah, I don't if my book club, like I looked at my list and I'm gonna do a live. We're supposed to have all of our votes in soon. Um, I was looking at this list of possible book club selections, and every year I say, okay, I've already read. Like they have Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valde. I just finished that book. Yellow Wife, just finished that book. I and so far those are the only two I've already read. But a lot of times when I go in and look at the list of books they're nominating, I've already read like maybe half of the books they have on the list. So you know what I do? I skim through. I don't sit and read those books again, not unless
Yeah.
I really, really want to.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me see what people are saying in the chat here. Summer. Okay, I got something to say about this one. There was a Twitter thread where these people were talking about how they were tired of the billionaire romances. I'm thinking, mind your business. I love those books. I was probably one of the ones that said, look, giving them people a job at the post office. I'm tired of everybody being a billionaire. How about the post office? How about a school administrator? How about they work at the bank? How about they're a manager at a call center? Why do they always have to be a millionaire?
Kay said what she said.
I said what I said. There was a phase where every book the dude was a millionaire, and I was like, why every book? Teresa said that's how I'm on Bookstagram. So many books I hadn't heard of or would have read. Right. Um, Nikki says, Shh, just don't talk about it. The Art of War and 48 Laws of Power, brother.
Yep. That's in that book. That's in that pantheon.
Summer says she's definitely a rereader, especially if she didn't have anyone to discuss it with the first time she read it. Um, EA Salter says, isn't there a whole line of trade pub books with millionaire plus love? Yes. And Summer says the post office romances exist. Read those. Don't come from my billionaires. Nikki says millionaires are fun. I'd be draped in Gucci.
Thank you, Nikki.
Woo! Some of you may not catch that reference, and I'm not going to explain it on this live, but that was hilarious. Summer says Zuri Day wrote a hero who worked at the post office. Yeah. Draped in Gucci.
Gucci.
Um, but yeah, some tropes. I mean, that's okay if you read that. It goes back to the Christmas movie for me. The whole billionaire millionaire thing. It goes
Mhm.
right back to the Christmas story. It's the same thing over and over. And I know that there are only so many literary plot devices that authors write from. You could take almost any book and put it into a particular trope category. But I just got tired of them billionaires in every book. Y'all showing out in these comments.
Yes, they are.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
Got authors out here acting brand new, y'all.
Acting.
They write one book and think they did it.
I mean, had that been somebody spectacular,
They,
it might have been a different story. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy this book to keep her draped in Gucci. But
that ain't how you do it. Shouldn't went down like that. Devanya said, "Y'all, we need to have our live next Friday. Don't get us kicked out. It ain't got nothing to do with that. IG just trying to be bougie.
yeah, we
Trying to be brand
tried.
new. We tried.
We tried. Raymond and I tried for. We tried
A
from eight
whole
thirty until what was it 9:30? It was
yeah, a whole
almost nine.
hour.
We tried a whole hour to go
A
live on
whole
IG.
It ain't our fault.
And no, it is not. I
It
don't
ain't,
know.
and it is not. It's not that no. She who shall not be named. It's not her fault either. She don't got
I
no. She don't got no IG powers.
don't know what happened. That's crazy. I'm gonna try tomorrow just to go live just to see what happens. I'm just gonna hit the button. But oh, I'm speaking of live. Summer and I are going to be live tomorrow night on Facebook and YouTube on the Black Readers Con page, talking to acclaimed trumpeter and author Jeremy Pelt. We'll be talking about his book Griot, and he'll be talking about music for Black Music Month. And I also had the opportunity to interview Yvette from She Feels Soul on IG. Her name is she.feels.soul. And y'all need to follow her, especially if you're a music lover. Please follow her page. So, what are y'all saying in these comments? Zuri Day wrote one of my faves, Summer Reed's Body by Night. And what's her other name? Is Zuri Day also Letitia Lovely? I think so. They have super long spa days and 5-course dinners and still have blank like Shawty ain't stuffed already. Yeah. Nikki says, I like Nikki Summer says to Nikki, I like that one. I love her Drakes of California series. Teresa says she's Voldemort now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. She who shall not be named.
Shall not be named. I ain't naming her.
I mean, I ain't scared. I will say her name, but I won't.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah, I thought that was Letitia Lovely Summer. Read read her under Letitia Lovely. I have not read her under Zuri Day. Not that I can remember. I could have back in the day. I could have. So
Fun fact.
I know that some of y'all might have been expecting a go get 'em game, but you know that there was going to be no go get 'em game tonight because we couldn't get anything to work. Um, we will pick back up with go get 'em, but we need people who are going to be willing to play. And I know for some reason everybody wants to compete against Raymond.
Yeah, that doesn't. You don't have to do that. No.
They don't have to do that though,
Mm.
because if we get enough volunteers, you all could compete against each other. And
Yeah.
Raymond can sit back and watch and enjoy.
I can sit back, watch, and enjoy the madness that is this game, and the talking of the trash that happens in this game. Yeah.
So if you have not already,
Look. Sorry. Shelly's comment.
I saw
Shelly,
that.
ain't that the truth? That reading was something that was out of this world. That was, look, let's make this a full circle moment. That was unpredictable.
That was, and Dee Dee remained very professional, I would say.
Very professional. Because I know my eyes would have gave it away.
Oh, I can't hide my emotion show
Yeah.
right here, right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And then DL says, "Yeah, we can play the game," but DL says, "Then watch everyone put their books back."
Funny. DL got
So,
jokes.
all of you who love watching, we would love for you all to volunteer if you want to play. Yeah, Dee Dee got that poker face. Yeah. Yep, Summer, she's home. She's in the house. She did, but I would have just ended the live. I know that's right. But yeah. But yeah, again, I just want to remind everybody to follow. I know this isn't a Black Readers Con live. This is live with Ray and Kay. But please follow Black Readers Con on YouTube and Facebook so you can watch Summer and I tomorrow night at 8 p.m. If you're not doing anything, we're going to be hanging out and talking music and books and that kind of thing. So be sure to do that. And also, if you follow the Black Readers Con page, you could go back and see all the other videos that we've done since March. Okay? Would y'all do that for us?
Sure.
Let's see. So we Nigga said we too old for those shenanigans.
Sure. No, she too old for them shenanigans. She should have known better trying to do a dramatic reading. Like, what is this?
Then she said she had to drop because she had to go get her hair done.
Girl, please.
I would have been done with her right then, but yeah. Don't do stuff like that. You know,
You funny me. Yeah,
but it wasn't. When was that? Yesterday or today?
Today and yesterday. He won't quiet earlier today. He was not. He was acting a fool yesterday.
I asked Raymond if I needed to come up there, like a mama. I said he need a mama to come up there and fuss because we mamas know how to do that.
Look, he was acting a fool yesterday, screaming, yelling, stomping up and down. And I'm just like, why?
I wonder what his name is. I want to see if he got an IG. What's his name, Raymond? You ain't find out his name?
I don't care what his name is. His name is Green Mile. That's what his name is. Whoever in this, I think Nikki or DL, who I don't know who coined Green Mile for him, but
I don't know. It may have been Donna. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, it might have been Donna. Yeah, I think it might
DL
have been
said,
Donna.
"Don't call up Beetlejuice."
I tried to sneak in. I saw him walking his dog today. I tried. Donna said, "My bad." Yeah, it was Donna. I tried to. I saw him walking his dog today, and I'm trying to get a picture so I can send it to so you can have a visual of what he looks
Yes,
like.
I would like to see what he looks like.
Because if you saw a picture of him, you would understand. Well, I mean, you understand now. Anyway, y'all understand now. Anyway.
Yeah, we need to know how many of us there need to be to go up there.
Oh,
Like it like does it need to be 2 of us? Is it 4 of us? How many of us need to take him down?
I'd say yeah. You would definitely need at least 4.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We can't play the mama card. Um, probably not, you don't think?
Some
Boy,
yeah.
you up here making all this noise?
You probably could pull the mama card on him. Yeah.
Mm. You still looking for something?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, I hope, wherever you go is much better. We don't want you to get in another rough situation. So, hope wherever you go is a lot better. Dio says 4 bot, including Raymond, because he ain't fighting.
Hey, I ain't fighting. I ain't no fighter. I mean, unless I have to, but I ain't no fighter.
No, we know you're not gonna fight Raymond. It's okay.
You remember what Mika said?
What did Mika say?
Mika said throw a book at him.
Oh, yeah. And you know which one to throw.
Right. I'm like, no, he can't have that book.
Oh, Shelly wants to know if you've chosen or selected your Alexandria House book yet.
No, not yet. But I have received recommendations from people, so
Mm-hmm.
I have something to choose from.
Okay. Okay. So Raymond, let me ask you this real quick as thinking about the lives and the games that we were just referring to. I know that we're going to have, let's say we paired you with Gracia. Would you rather do a go get 'em or a trivia?
So I was laughing at Shelly. Good, you only got about 20 days left. Um, Probably trivia for Gracia
Hmm.
because I
Why
think
not
Gracia
the go?
said, huh?
Why not the go get 'em?
Well, if I remember correctly, Gracia said she has a whole lot of books. So,
Yeah.
um, so potentially I would be at a disadvantage
Um.
in the book realm.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Okay. I just needed to know because I got some good ones for go get 'em.
Oh, it's a nonfiction based go get 'em.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
maybe it
it's a
could be
mix. It's a mix, but mostly.
okay.
Okay. Would you all like to see that Raymond and Gracia going at it in a nonfiction go get 'em? I think that would be very interesting. And you never know because even though she may have a lot of books, she may be faster.
Maybe. DL said gracious
Oh,
relation is not set up good for picking out
picking out
books.
books. Oh, okay, so it would have to be a trivia then. So I'd have to come up with some good trivia for you all. Okay. All right, you can do that. So it is 11:15. It's been a long day. And I feel like I'm about to go get in the bed. What about you, Raymond?
I might read a couple of pages out of my book that I'm not the other book, but my book that I am enjoying.
Oh, yeah, because you've been reading that for a minute now.
Yeah, I think about 2 weeks. And I've actually gotten behind on it. I kept up with the book that I don't like. I've gotten behind on the book that I actually care for.
Mm.
Because I guess there's no date for me to finish this, so I'm just
Mhm.
kind of reading it as I go. But yeah.
Well, I'm still reading A Woman of Endurance. I hope to get some good reading in that book tomorrow. I don't have any plans, so hopefully I can stay home and do that. And I might start Jaw by Alexandria House on audio tomorrow. I may start it then. But I'm hoping tomorrow, I mean, not today. I'm hoping tomorrow be a kind of a lazy day for me because this has been a real busy and tough week at work. And it was, you know how work could be mentally and emotionally draining? That's what it was this week.
Mm.
So, and all these, major projects that they're piling on, it's like, whew, I'm tired just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. DL says, I want you to know that I did not read a single page of all that she carried. Really? I thought you would have read a little bit, DL. I dragged it everywhere, but I find it hard to read print. Oh, okay. Is that because you're so used to the audiobooks? Sometimes that happens to me. If I listen to enough audiobooks, I don't want to sit and physically read. Nikki says, been up since before the sun. I'm going to put a few pages behind me and then close my eyes. Donna says, good DL because you were in Puerto Rico. Summer says, did you listen to Set already? Girl, yeah, listen to Set. Yes. Yes. So I'm going to start Jaw. And what's the other brother's name? Shu? Set? Shit?
Shoot.
Shu? Oh, Remy, how you know?
I've heard everybody talk about it on IG. Oh, girl, jaw. Ooh, that shoe. All that. Don't nobody care about set like that. But I've heard
Wait a
about
minute.
jaw and shoe
Well, Set's my book boyfriend right now.
right now.
It's between him and Leland. Um, uh-oh, they talking about shoe.
You get the
Uh-oh.
shoe, you might change your mind.
I might. I might.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let me see
Wow.
if they got that book. Wait a minute. Because I'm gonna do Jaw, then I'll do shoe.
I'm just saying, y'all been talking about these guys. I've been hearing about these three men since last August, July of last year, almost a whole year ago. That's how I know about them. Yeah, I haven't read it, but I've heard about them. I
Okay,
know.
1 minute now.
I know they
How they
got.
gonna have? They better not have
I know they
Set
got
and
y'all in
Jaw, but
y'all's
don't have
feelings.
shoe. Wait a minute. They better not. Oh, wait a minute. The Them Boys series. Let me see. Oh, they do have it. Okay. Okay. I've added that one to my favorites list. So after I
DS,
do, and that I'm glad I'm doing it in order. Set
D,
was very good. Ja and then Shoe. Okay.
DL said, if you like mess, you'll like shoe.
Okay. Oh yeah. She found the model for the shoe cover in IG. Oh. Nikki says I'm out here looking for shoe. DL says between these and Shay Davis. Now wait a minute now. I haven't heard of Shay Davis. Teresa says, Kay, where are you listening on? I'm listening on Hoopla. because
That's a library app.
I don't have Audible. I know that her books, I think, are at no cost on Audible, but I don't have Audible. I'm not paying for it. Um, I pay my library system. Well, it's the next county over for me. I pay them $38 a year for their digital content.
Hmm.
And I said that's cheaper than paying per month to an audiobook service, even though with that service I could, probably have access to a lot more books. I'm not willing to pay for it.
Hmm.
You have to ask Mika about Shay or Shay. Okay. All right.
Is it Shay Sanders?
No, she said Shay Davis.
Oh, is that a character or author name?
Think that is the author's name, right, DL?
I think the author. I thought the author was Shay Sanders or J. No, I'm thinking about J.L. Seegers. Never mind.
Okay, so Teresa, my library audiobooks are free too for my county, but I'm getting these books from another county, and the other county charges for digital downloads. All their digital content I have to pay for because I'm not in that county.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. T. Green,
Shay
Shay
Sanders.
Sanders. I've heard that name.
Oh, DL says it might be Sanders. So yeah.
I be knowing y'all.
But yeah, so I'm trying to see what else they got by Alexandria House up in here. I just finished which one? Let me love. No, let me hold you. So they have let me love you, let me please you, higher love, made to love, real love, let me free you, let me show you, stay with me, believe in me, and be with me.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading a reverse harem book by Shay Sanders. Might be too much for me.
Hmm.
I can't even fathom the thought. One dude alone is enough to get on your nerves. I could not imagine a bunch of. I don't have the patience. Would y'all do that? Would y'all have a reverse harem? Well, let me think about it. One to pay bills, one to pay bills, one to fix things.
Let me think about it.
Um, one to pay bills, one to fix things, one to cook, one to clean,
Nikki said, "Reverse what? I want one."
one to do the landscaping and yard work. Um,
One to
but
buy you books.
can they do all of that and then go home?
Mm.
Shelley says, "Heck no, there's such a thing as too much pain. I don't think I could keep up."
I feel like they can't go home because the harem means they have to stay with you, right?
Oh, then no. DL says I don't even want one. Me either. Summer says not a fan of reverse harem.
Nikki want one.
Mm-mm.
Shelly.
Okay, that's not what a harem is. I know, DL. I know. I know.
And they can't go home. They got to stay. They there for you.
No, I don't want it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's too much. Oh boy, just my nerves. Just the thought gives me a headache. What, Kate? I thought of it in a whole different way. I know, Nikki, but mm-mm. Mm-mm. would just be so aggravated. Raymond, would you be a part of somebody's reverse harem?
No. Nope. No, 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 no.
You said that loud and with conviction.
I did. Yeah. I I would not do it just as much as I wouldn't do those extreme outdoor outside events, jumping out of planes, crossing bridges, and climbing, rough terrain. No, no,
Mm-mm.
that ain't my life. That ain't.
No. Uh-uh. Just give me just the one dude that I got to put up with for the rest of my life. That just let me be done with that. Mm-mm.
Yes, I was very clear on that. No, 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 no.
With conviction, he said that.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I couldn't see having that. I couldn't see being a sister wife. But hear me out. Listen,
Look, oh, go ahead.
I
Wait a
couldn't.
minute. Well,
Oh, I think they're black. Teresa, they're black. Um, the thought that I wouldn't have to do all the chores by myself, that makes me feel a little bit better. That's the only thing I think I would like about it. Oh, good. I ain't got to cook tonight because she got to cook. Oh, I ain't got to mop that floor because it's her turn. Oh, I ain't got to watch them kids because she gonna do it. That's the only benefit I can see out of doing that. Um, there's this Raymond trying to give me a heart attack with those in case there was any question. We know, Raymond, the answer is unequivocally no.
no.
Never.
Um, Nikki said, "Why can't we have brother husbands?" But look, so
Can I have brother husbands, but then they go home? Do they
they
have to
can't go
stay with
home. They
me?
your husbands. They got to stay there. Look, I saw they got this show. I saw a picture yesterday on Facebook.
Division
Somebody
of
had
labor.
posted,
Yeah.
huh?
No, it's just DL said division of labor.
Mm. But they still got to stay. They can't go home. They are home. There's a show called like it's supposed to be some reality show about you know um sister wives or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed this picture of this black guy who was married to two white women, and what was funny was the picture. The guy looked very like the women looked like they were more excited or happy than he was. So, but they were the sister wives technically. But
Uh-huh.
to me, it looked like he was the brother husband or something. Like he looked like he was going through.
Nikki said she got some labor for him.
Oh, Nikki trying to get us kicked off of YouTube too.
Mm. But you said he didn't look as enthused
Yeah.
because he had to put up with those two women. I mean, men already complain about how to please one woman. Can you imagine trying to please two?
Shelly said he was probably in the second place.
Mm-mm. Now, wait a minute. Who started this? Who's reading the reverse harem? Who started this?
Let's see.
Let's go back and see who started this.
It was Shelly.
Shelly started this.
Reading a reverse harem by Shay Sanders.
Oh, okay.
Might be too much for me. And as we have said, for some people on this call on this live, it is too much for them, but not for Nikki.
The book is called Crave. Now, I might be interested in reading it, but it's absolutely not anything I would desire in my real life. Y'all are funny in these comments. Mm-mm.
Nikki, you ought to write you a reverse harem book then, since she's into
Basically
this.
running through New Edition.
God.
Bobby! Wow. Couldn't be me. Have you ever been like, I know this off topic kind of, but even if you get a message from somebody, you'd be like, oh God, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's like being on a dating app. The purpose of being on a dating app is what?
Go on dates, potentially get a significant other.
Right. Okay. But then I get annoyed anytime I get a message. I'm like, oh God, why somebody message me? And I'm like, why am I still on there then? I am no good. I be like, oh, now I gotta respond. Do I ever respond? No, I ain't gonna respond. I don't want to respond. I'm like, well, why am I on there? I'm just wasting space on there. Uh Summary says,
Summer.
never read a black reverse harem. I read one and I DNF'd a monster romance reverse harem because it got too scary.
Do what? A monster reverse harem? How? What? So it was like the Bride of Frankenstein with Frankenstein and his brothers. Like what?
You know, there's a whole big thing up there with this monster romance. Yes, Raymond. Yes.
Go ahead.
So a lot of people are into monster romance. And but what gets me is some, not all, some of these same people can't read quote unquote urban fiction or any books that have the N word in it. But they can, because they're not familiar with, or they can't relate to that lifestyle. But you could read about monsters, people having sex with monsters.
And
Really?
that's not even real.
Really? Ugh, that makes no sense. The Lady of Rooksgrave Manor. Monster romance might be a little too grown. I don't get it, DL. I don't understand the attraction to monster romance. Nikki says, sorry, but I like shifter and monster romance. Summer's like, I don't like urban romance because of the murdery part. What the monsters be doing? They're more like gargoyles and such.
That don't make it better.
But to hear somebody black say that they can't relate to a book about black people, but they can relate to a book about monsters, I'm baffled. Love me some shifters. Okay, so these are men. Okay, so are they like, for example, it's a werewolf or a gargoyle or not a vampire, but let's say it's a gargoyle. He can shapeshift into a good-looking man, and then he could change his shape back. He could shift back to the animal when he wants to. I don't know. I'm confused. Have y'all read Fledgling by Octavia Butler?
No.
I DNF'd that book twice. I could not get over the shapeshifter and what they shifted into. I don't know. Would I be telling the plot if I want to say what I want to say about it, but I don't want to tell the plot.
Summer has not read Fledgling.
Let me see. Okay, no, so I'm not telling the plot. This is what the synopsis says. Okay, so she is in fact, okay, woman. The story of an apparently young amnesiac girl whose alarmingly inhuman needs and abilities lead her to a startling conclusion. She is, in fact, a genetically modified 53-year-old vampire. Yada, yada, yada. But in the book, she is presented as almost a child in physical form. You know, it says a young amnesiac girl, but she's actually a 53-year-old vampire. I could not get over her relationship with the man in the book because to me, all I kept picturing was a grown man and a little girl together. Y'all, if y'all have read that book, let me know what y'all thought. DL said did not like it. Okay, it's not just me. Shelly said yes a long time ago. Isn't that one a little problematic? It was for me. Yeah, so I couldn't get over the fact that she was supposed to look like a vampire. I mean, look like a child, but she's in a relationship with a grown man. But she's a vampire, so it's supposed to be okay. I couldn't get past that. I couldn't. Just like Keith Sweat, we come in full circle. You may be young, but you ready. I couldn't get past it. We're going to end on that note. Everybody can go to bed. DL has gotten home from Puerto Rico. They've let her in the house. Well, she's been able to get in the house. She's safe. That's the most important thing. I know she's exhausted. Summer, I'll see you tomorrow as we get ready for our live tomorrow for Black Readers Con. Pat Hamilton said it's been a blast. Kate and Ray, miss seeing you on YouTube. Kate, I know I need to update my channel. I think I did a video about like a month ago or something. I think I did. I'll do that soon. Pat. Thank you.
Not feeling get convicted.
But she's right. I haven't updated the channel in a while. Nikki is asking Summer about a book. But yeah, thank you all so much again for being patient with us and all of our trials and tribulations, trying to go live tonight. But we made it work. Hopefully IG won't cut up on us next Friday or whenever we go live again. If anybody watching wants to participate and go get them, let us know before Friday, please.
Yeah. Next Friday, I'm going to be draped in Gucci.
I can't wait to see that.
With my Aperol spritzer.
That reminds me, we were supposed to have a guest at some point, and they were going to check their calendar to let me know if they could join us. And then I ain't heard back from said potential guest yet. So I'm going to message that person and find out when they can join us on live. But thank you all, Devonia, Nikki, DL, Shelly, Summer, Pat. There's Donna. I wish I could see everybody Teresa, EA Salter, Alicia from Pretty Brown Eyed Reader, Jersey Femme, T Green. I don't know who all is still in here, and I wish it would show us the names of everybody. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. And I'm going to end the broadcast. And
Stay
I hope.
black.
See y'all late, Remy. You stay right there. Everybody else, bye. We gone. Bye.
Peace.